It's Sunday afternoon. Yeah. Just get the truck warmed up. Went and bought one of them boxes. So that'll be nice. So that's going to take place of a headache rack. I can get the excess chains out of here and just store them up there. Just extra storage. We don't drop and hook with this really too often. There's the boat. There's my new truck. It's a nice little rig. Little family hauler. But anyways, we don't drop and hook these too often. And if we do, usually it's at the shop. To where I can just take a forklift and swap it. Did a little bit of cleaning on this thing over the weekend. Finally got that cleaned back up, that bumper. I made a rookie mistake, and like right in here, I ended up, instead of changing, like when you buff vertically going across, I had one spot that was looking goofy and I turned the buffer like this and went up and down. Well, you could see the hash marks. Just like standing like this, you could see the hash marks were different. So I had to correct that. Other than that, just did some cleanup, some maintenance. Warming up the truck. Got to roll up to a place called Owatonna. South Central Minnesota. We got to pick up some HVAC units up there, and those are going to Louisville, Kentucky. So truck's almost at 150 here, so let's get rolling. Well, she's loaded. Go figure. The first week I put a box up on the top deck. We got to use the top deck. Go figure. 3 pieces, total 4,000 pounds total. That's it. So we just moved the box to the back. That was kind of a fun one to get up there, but all simple, just chains stopping them. That one ain't got no chains, it ain't got no lifting points. Chains stop the forward and back movement. Straps help it. Blah blah blah. You've seen this 1,000 times. I'm gonna get some photos and get out of here. Well, we got enough hours. We made it back home. So I got a hold of the receiver before we left this morning, after we loaded, and he said he wasn't expecting it until Wednesday morning. So I said that's fine. It gives me 2 days to do a 1-day trip. So I'm like, screw it. We'll just route it right back to the house and shut her down at the house then. Another day at home. I ain't gonna complain. I'm gonna get caught up on a few things. Probably gonna make some of them short chains that I've been wanting to make. So maybe I'll do that. Finish out the rest of the day. And from here, we have a little bit less than an 8-hour drive to get there. So we'll do that tomorrow. It'll be easy day tomorrow, and we'll get her unloaded. Well, we're here. We're at the unload spot, backed up to the crane. Pretty tight getting in here. Just got it all unchained. I wanted to get some video of it, but it was like chaotic. Meeting the guy kind of led me in here a little bit, and then had to back in off a tight street, and yeah, it ain't worth turning the camera on for. So I'm all unchained. We're just waiting for them. They're trying to figure out how to lift the stuff, even though I told them how. So I'm gonna get this done, and then we gotta roll up to a truck stop and figure out where we're going. So it's like 7 in the morning right now. Nothing's getting posted yet till about 8 o'clock. So we'll see how that goes. This may look familiar to some of you. We're just airing her up right now. It's a little bit bigger. Here's a bigger one. Said it was 43,000 pounds. She a big one. Believe it or not, our air gauges look good. Our air gauges look good. Box is looking good up there. 10 foot wide. We're only at like 50 on the drive, and we're nosing down just a little bit on this grade. So those are definitely good if those are only at 50. I did get them chains made this weekend. All right. My goodness. Yeah, we're good. We're going to tie it down and get out of here. Pick this up in Kentucky. We got to take this over to Ohio. It's only like 250 mile run. Getting $1,500. That's the only reason why I did it. We'll talk in a minute about all the bullshit. That is so much easier. Mag flags, short chains. So get good enough. We outie. I take back every bad thing I have ever said about a reefer guy. Everything's nice and tight. We got a spot at the fullest flying J I've ever seen. Let's talk about this for a minute. All right, so where do I begin? Traffic out just outside of here on 71. I got off here because I've been working all day. I'm tired. I've had enough. And I'm glad I got off because there's construction right here and I see it's backing up here already. So we unloaded this morning. We went about 20 miles north. Got parked at a truck stop. Started looking for loads. Looked all day long. All day. Just I've got a laundry list of phone numbers I've called. Either it wasn't going to work, or it was, you know, they wanted tarps or something like that. Just something goofy. For some reason or another, it just wasn't going to work out, so I didn't do it. I ended up booking a load, and that was about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And that was this load here. They had the same load just like this. One of these, I think it was coming out of the same area, and it was going down to West Virginia. I didn't want to do that one. It's kind of farther out than I wanted to go, realistically, for this week. And it was paying all right money. It was paying $1,500. Like, okay. Then I seen this one was on a little bit later. So like I said, right about 1 o'clock. Same broker, come out of the same place, but this one's going to Ohio. It's about half the miles for the same $1,500. All right. So I called them up. Everything seems good. All right, yeah, I'll take it. We booked the load. I got about an 83-mile deadhead. Okay. So as soon as we booked the load, I had to be there. He said 4 o'clock was the cutoff, right? So I had to be there. So I took off right away. While the office is dealing with the paperwork, I'm gonna knock some of this deadhead down and kind of, get closer. About 20 miles from the town where we picked this up at, my dispatcher calls me. He says, "Hey, got the bill of lading over here. It says on there that you got to have this printed off and in hand at pickup." Sweet. First time hearing of this. So I found a Love's. I swung in there. I was just going to swing in quick, go get the stuff printed off, and then just take off and do our. Then all we got is 20 minutes. I would have been there right about 2:30. And then, as soon as I backed into a spot, I get a phone call from the broker. Load got canceled. Are you fucking kidding me? They're going to send me a Tonu. Alright, so if you don't know what a Tonu is, it's a truck order not used. So they're going to send me a Tonu. I said, alright, fine, whatever. Just one of them days. It's how it's been all day. Why would it stop now, right? So, I get on the phone with my dispatcher. I let her know what's up. She cancels it out of my ELD, unassigns me from it. Get a hold of our office people that are ordering permits and stop ordering permits, cancel them, yada yada. I no longer hang up the phone. The broker's calling me again. The broker, mind you, has called me about 4 times already. Just blowing me up. All day. Ever since I left. And so the broker calls me again. I'm like, what do you want? I answer the phone. I'm like, hey, we just got word the load's back on. You gotta be fucking kidding me. And they said, well, what happened is the unit, they thought it had to be repaired, and so they said it wasn't going to be ready, so they canceled the order. And then they went and found out that it was a quick fix, so they fixed it right away. And then they said the broker said they wanted to give me the option to take it again, since I was basically right there. I'm like, yeah, I suppose. I forgot one caveat to the story there. One of the phone calls during my way to that truck stop was the broker saying they changed the pickup location. It's not at that location in that town. It's about 6 miles away at a different location. He's sending me a new rate con and a new bill of lading with the updated pickup address on it. I'm like, okay. And then I got to the truck stop. They canceled the load. Gave me the load back again. So I'm like, okay. So then I just hung out, and I had to do, I told my broker, or not my broker, I told my dispatcher, I said, okay, send me the updated bill of lading with the updated address so I can print this off quick since I'm right here, and then I'll take off. She says, okay, so she sends it to me, and I look at it, it's the same address. I'm like, no, that's not the one. She sends, she goes, oh, okay, and then sends me another one, and it's still the same address, and I'm like, she thought she had a different one on accident. That happens sometimes. You just got files, you just click on the file, and send it. It is what it is. And I looked at that one, same address, and I'm like, it's not the right one again. I'm like, what are you guys doing? So she emails the broker and says, can you send us the bill of lading with the updated address? We're waiting on this. He emails us back because she CC'd me in the email. He emails me back, or us back, saying that's the correct address. It's at that address now. It's not at the other one. I am like 2 seconds from losing my shit over this. They wasted so much fucking time. I was originally going to be there at 2:30. I rolled in there at 3:50. Cutoff's at 4. And I walked in there, I'm like, sorry guys. I'm like, I do not want to be this guy. I don't want to be that guy. I said, but the broker just fucked this all up. Like, just, this is disorganized as shit. I mean, I don't mean to swear like hell, but get your fucking shit together. You're about to go on my fucking no-call list. You know, I got one. Any good trucker's got a no-call list. We end up finding the unit, and then that's where the video picks up to where you see we're loading it. Get her loaded. We pull out of there. Immediate rush hour traffic in Kentucky going up 75. Got to get on 275, go around Cincinnati. Just a fucking nightmare. Just a nightmare of traffic. All the way. Set 275 all around to 71 north. Try to get on 71 north. Backed up for miles. Single lane. Container truck decided to fucking roll her over on the ramp. That's right down the road from here. I got on the main road here. We started rolling. And I'm looking at the clock and I'm like, you know what? I was going to have a chance to make it tonight. I am fucked now. I'm going to be a couple hours away no matter what I do. And if I keep rolling north, the closer I get, I'm going to have problems. I'm here. Let's stop and see what this Flying J looks like. I roll in here and it's packed to the fucking gills. Everybody's parked everywhere. I was just going to make the loop through because it kind of just comes up by the fuel island, loops around, and you come right back out. Same single entry and single exit. Utilized, you know, entry and exit in the same driveway. Okay. Trucks parked on both sides of it. Barely room for one truck to go through at a time, let alone an oversized load. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm getting out of here, right? Getting out of here. So I'm sitting up here by the fuel islands waiting to make the swing because some guy's taking, you know, an hour to back in. So we got 5 trucks up here. We got a bunch of trucks down there waiting for him. The guy walking across knocked on my door, and I kind of went into asshole mode. I know this is getting long, but I'm almost to the end of it. I fucking screamed. I said, what? And I rolled the window down. He's like, hey, you looking for a spot? I'm like, kind of. I was just going to fucking roll out of here, though. This place is a madhouse. He goes, well, I'm right down the line here. He goes, I'm getting ready to leave. He goes, so if you want a spot, he goes, I'll hang in it. I'll hang into it until you're all lined up, and then I'll pull out so you can back right in. So that's what we did. He's a reefer guy. Driving a baby blue T680. Didn't catch your name. If you ever see this video, like I said on the radio, I said I appreciate it. Thank you, man. Told him I owe him a beer. If you ever catch me again, I'll buy you a beer. I'll buy you 10 of them. A day like today, I'll buy you a 30 rack. I'll take the weekend off. Damn. So I got lined up, and there was another truck coming up from the other way, and he started to pull out, and I seen that other truck started brake checking. I'm like, fuck, dude, he's gonna rob it. And that guy was smart enough. He hit the brakes and he fucking backed back in the stall. I said, fuck you. So then that guy went by, he pulled out, and I backed right in the hole. So that is how my day went. That's exactly how I feel right there. My rant is over. It is 7:30 in the afternoon. I've been up since 3 in the morning. We unloaded and we sat so long that it started to split brake, and it gave us hours back. Not a fan. So it's gonna get dark soon. I'm going to bed. Fuck this. I'm gonna get up in the morning. I got 3 hours to do. We'll get up early in the morning, to some. If the sun comes up at like what 5:30, give or take, say 5, we'll be rolling in between 8 and 9 a.m. It's doable. This will zip right off, and we may just drive home. I'm fucking sick of trucking. I'm so sick of trucking. See you guys in the morning. Well, it's noon. We're finally pulling in a little bit here. Got about 2 miles left. Got another 2-hour delay this morning trying to get around Columbus for another bad accident. Got the road all shut down on 270. So that was just a real treat, I gotta tell you. This is a blind corner. While we were sitting there in traffic, it gave me time to get on the load board. Ended up booking a load 50 miles from here. Legal load going right back by our shop. Can't complain about that. And that's it's not like real pressing, so I can actually just run to the house with it. See, looks like we're turning where those cars are. be right up here on the right. I think we got to turn on this side street. Tractor, there she is. Right there on the left, that's where we're going. All right, I'm gonna pull in here quick, knock this thing off, and then we got to go get our reload, and then we're going to start heading to the house. There she is, parked next to that one. We're all unloaded, we're all put together. We got our next pickup in the GPS. 52 miles an hour and 13 minutes through the mountains. Let's go. All right, well, we're here. It's behind us. I'll show you here in a second. There's a truck going by. But you pull in and the guard checks you in there, and then basically you turn around in the property. We had to go all the way around the building, and then you pull back out on this road and they'll bring it out to you. They're going to load you. That's what we're hauling. The place is called Battle Motors. Never heard of them. So I think our truck is coming now. Might be green. Wouldn't that be something? Let's go load her up. All right, yep, that was ours. Green and red, Christmas colors. I was giving the guy some shit. I'll show you quick. It says right here, driver is responsible for attaching the stack and unloading of this truck. I said, since when the fucker is the driver responsible for installing equipment? They can install their own fucking equipment. Like, I told them, I said, we know the people that these are going to, so I said, but I'll give them the option. If they want me to install it, I charge $150 an hour. It's a 10-hour minimum. Okay? I'll install the stack, but you're going to pay me 10 hours to do it. The fuck are they even talking about? Jesus Christ. I'm going to chain this down quick, air everything up, chain it down, and then I'll get some video. I'll show you guys what we got. See you guys in a second. We're gonna try this side because there's all kinds of cars coming out. Apparently it's shift change or lunchtime, or I don't fucking know. There she is. It's 2 in the front, 2 in the back. Exhaust stack. And I'm not installing. Red and green is the color. I asked the guy, what is it, Christmas? I said, yep. That's all she is. I'm gonna take some pictures and we're gonna get on the road. All right, we're in Sandusky, Ohio. We've got a bunch of stalls here right up next to the scale. Actually painted, you can see them in the mirror. Figured why not? I should have a pretty easy out in the morning. I'm done for the day. I've had enough. I've got a little ways to go. We're just going to the house. There's nothing else to see on this. So we're gonna cut the video off here. We're gonna take this home for the weekend. I'll deliver that Monday morning and we'll start our week from there. So not a bad week. Probably fuel up in the morning. Maybe here, maybe down the road. I gotta check that out tonight yet. It'll be the first time touching any fuel since we've left. So really good on fuel this week. Not too bad money, decent amount of money, and a really low fuel cost. So that's good. It's damn good. So I'm just gonna check everything out quick, shut her down for the night, grab a bite to eat, and then go crash in the bunk. And I'll catch you next week.